Freeman Black Man podcast. And this conference has been Rise of the Storyteller conference has been good. But none of this in these events, all people come together. We interviewed DD, but now this lady has such an important role. Introduce yourself. Tell everybody what you do.
Hi, everyone. My name is Barry Dynamic. I am the force stimulating change here in Houston, Texas, as the publicist to the stars. And I'm just so excited just to be, brought on board by the Tyler Perry Studios team to help, with the innovation of this event.
So now talk about the importance of having conferences like this, but then having your entrepreneur, small business, how that you guys working together, because I believe this is the second project you've done with Courtney. I think the first one was reading. With the reading. So talk about the importance of that, of having, you have a business, they have a need, and now you guys are collaborating together to get something fulfilled.
Well, I do a lot of work in Los Angeles and in Atlanta, where there's a huge mecca for the production, or Hollywood, so to speak. But, I just love the idea that Houston is its own industry. We are a staple in the industry as well. We have a spot in the industry as well. So to be able to bring Hollywood here to Houston, and not only bring it here to Houston, but also open up the doors of opportunities for local creatives to have access to this resource.
Mm-hmm. So that being said, okay, you say you worked out of LA and Atlanta. Where do you see the Houston film scene in the next 5 years? Entertainment, because a lot of people just think, okay, we just have filmmakers and stuff like that. Man, we got, television shows, reality shows. I think that have been here. We got, sporting events.
We have a little bit of everything.
I mean, if you go down Emancipation Boulevard on a Friday and Saturday night, it is absolutely ridiculous. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying. And I'm talking about just within our culture. Mm-hmm. But talk about that. What do you see the Houston scene in the next 5 years? Well,
Houston is already very competitive as it relates to the talent that we have here locally. Mm-hmm. The next 5 years, I give us less than 5 years that we'll be actually taking over, with the real estate. Yeah. We have the best prime real estate. We have the best purchasing power to be able to build on this land. And so to be able to have that type of, power here in our city and in our state, actually, a lot of people are going to start coming out here and venturing out because they see the land of opportunity here.
Wow. Okay, cool. Now, let me ask you, what advice would you give somebody who's in the same kind of business you're doing, networking? How, like, one of the key words about what this event is talking about, networking. Talk about the importance of networking, because you work with Courtney. He hired you again. So we're going to say that next event, he's probably going to hire you again or something like that. And you've worked with other people. Talk about that importance of networking with different businesses and stuff.
I have thrived in this industry for, over 10 years. Really off of referrals, people trusting me with their brand. I operate, and our team operates in integrity, providing the best results to our clients. And so to be able to provide great results and then they refer us to their network is truly a blessing, because we wouldn't be able to, be lasting as long as we have without the support of our community and the support of our clients.
Right.
So to be able to work with Courtney again, I'm just truly grateful to be able to have the opportunity.
So, but then go back, you said, you were working with Courtney and working again, and then the importance of the networking part again?
The way that I met Courtney was by, doing great works with someone else. And because they trusted me and just me to be able to, just really provide great services, operating integrity. And so they trusted me to refer me to Courtney. Courtney didn't know me from a can of paint, and he just trusted that I knew what I was doing, and I just jumped right in head first. And from there was able to, help produce the reading premiere in Houston in February of 2023. And then for us to, take it to Austin during South by Southwest. And now, to see him elevate and grow, from BET Plus, exceed in his film, to now working with Tyler Perry Studios, and then to reach back home into his network of people that essentially started with him and give us a chance. I'm just so honored. I'm so blessed. I'm just so grateful to God, because none of this would be possible without him. And I always praise God and ask God to give me the wisdom and the discipline to handle the blessings that he gives me. And for Courtney to, come back a second time to want to work with me, it screams volumes. And to have all these powerful executives and, to be seen in action, it's just, I just feel like you only get one time to make a great first impression. And that first impression has been lasting. And I just feel very confident to know that, hey, when people come to Houston, they're going to call Barry Dynamic Agency to make sure that if they want it done, they're going to make sure it's done right with our team.
Right. This is my last question. Because again, let's be family. Let's be a little bit transparent. Let's transparent here. As a African-American woman, a businesswoman, and, people, especially now, what was going on in our country, all this, the crazy laws that are being passed. Talk about the importance of, yes, you got a small business, but it's got to be more than, okay, I know Barry is Black, so I'm a supporter, but talk about building the quality and a standard. I can speak because this is my second event with you, that you have a standard. Talk about no matter where you are, but having a certain standard in your business so you can be referred. Like you said, someone referred you to Courtney and he didn't know you from a can of paint, but it's what you did, whatever your work and your ethic, that got them to say, oh, I'm gonna refer her. So talk about that, how to build that standard and keeping it so you can elevate. And it's, it's hard. What we do it's hard. It's not easy. So talk about that for anybody that wants to go into this business.
Well, first, you have to identify what is your brand. What is the message behind your brand? What do you represent? And not only what do you represent, but who do you represent? Who you represent is going to play a very big role in how people associate your brand with other people and the quality that they're going to refer you to as well as it relates to bringing other clients on board. So when I say Barry Dynamic is literally, I am the force stimulating change. There's power in the tongue. Barry is my last name. Sewsbury, which is I am. Dynamic means the force, which is dynamic.
Right.
And what I associate my agency with is people that are stimulating change in the community. So anytime that you hear the Barry Dynamic Agency, you know that we're going to associate ourselves with quality, with executives, and with people who are impacting the community, not just trying to be influencers. So always keep in mind that there's power in the tongue, and I don't see myself as a small business. So I don't even call myself a small business. I'm a big stepper over here. Okay. So that's why
I stand corrected.
Again, as a big stepper and as a dynamic person with dynamic values and morality in business, we're going to continue to attract that level of excellence.
So like you said, it's power in the tongue. And I'm noticing it now. I think people are waking up. We have to invest in us, and we know that we're the beach. We are valuable, and we have quality work, because anything that we've done, they copy it anyway. They take it and remix it and copy it and then try to sell it back to us and saying here. And it's like, yo, like I'm just gonna throw this out here. Like this brother here, he was telling me, hey man, I got this brand, I got these new shoes. I was like, man, I would rather pay you money than to pay Nike, because I know where it's coming from. And I thank you for that, because that blessed me, because the power of the tongue. Like you said, I'm not a small business. You're right. I show not, and then you're living it. You're not just saying it, but you're living what you're saying. And that's so important. Thank you so much. I get the name now, Barry Dynamic. She broke that down. So be intentional on what you're
saying. Be intentional. That is the key word. Be intentional, because you are what you attract. If you call yourself a small business, if you call yourself a big stepper, you're going to attract small business, or you're going to attract big steppers. So lastly, the advice to piggy off the second question, I do want to give advice to, up and coming business owners or aspiring entrepreneurs. Take the time to invest into your brand. Marketing and PR, it costs money, and you have to start with your credit. It can't be, I had a lot of people, especially, as I'm growing, and people try to get me to take on their work as a passion project, or, oh, I don't have this, or, oh, I just need a team that can believe in me. And you're not going to get the results that you're looking for if you're only just feeding off of people to just solely, like, I just feel like you get what you pay for. Yes, you want people to believe in you, but you also have to put out in order to receive. So whether that's you being of service to other people, or you are buying into your brand. And so Berry Dynamic Agency, I've spent over six figures, maybe more, but definitely over 6 figures to build the Berry Dynamic Agency. And that money was used to, buy mentors, invest in softwares, and invest into programs, pay for these high dollar tickets in order just to get into the room. I paid my dues in order to be in the room with certain people, so that when I got the opportunity to be introduced to X, Y, and Z, they knew that I deserved to be in that room because I worked my butt off in order to be in that room. So I tell people, don't be afraid to invest into marketing. Don't be afraid to invest into PR, because that's how you're going to get the public's attention. And then when you get the public's attention, again, like you say, be intentional with who you are, because you only get one time to make a good impression and to make a lasting impression, to where people trust your brand and the credibility of who you are.
Wow. Drop the mic. This mic expensive, but drop the mic.
I'm gonna roll it.
But thank you so much. Thank you. Can't wait to see you the next event. And man, you guys stay tuned, man. Houston is the place. Now, I'm just going to put this out here. We have enough people here now that you want to come here, because the traffic is ridiculous right now.
Yes.
But if you want to come here and you want to work with Berry Dynamic, go ahead, come on up in here. But don't move with. Well, okay, move to Pearland. Okay, Pearland.
Yeah. Hey, I'm nationwide. I do not limit myself, but all glory to God, and just special thanks to Courtney Glade and his whole entire staff. I've had a chance to just work with his team that's here local in Houston. I'm just so excited about his, expanded team that he has now in Atlanta, and just being able to, the sky is the limit, setting no limits upon myself so that no limits can be set upon us all. So, and I quote that from one of my other clients, but I'm just so grateful to just be in this room and to just be considered.
Please say that quote. We're going to end it with that. Say that quote one more time.
Okay.
The limit.
I'm quoting Monica Floyd, and it is: set no limits upon yourself, and no limits will be set upon you.
There you go. That's it, y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. Marcus Freeman, Black Man Podcast. Y'all check me out. Check out Berry Dynamics, man. Come with it. Thank y'all.
Hey.